I mean, I don't think that Camille is that bad of a matchup for you. You just don't fight her near the wall.
Oh, so like all of top lane. Got it. So, as I did before, I begun a 100 game challenge as Riven this week.
Oh shit, here we go again.
I had recently taken a 2-month break from League, and I figured now would be a good time as any to get another challenge in before I started my new job on the 7th of June. So, I had all my friends vote on a champion, and then put all the votes onto a wheel and spun it. I also made a Rick Roll video to reveal the champion to them. It's the same fucking type of website. Yeah. Alright, what a fucking joke. I hate everything. And unfortunately, it was Riven. My two friends Eric and Soup both voted for Riven because they thought it would be very funny for somebody with my awful wrist issues to play a wrist-intensive champion for 100 games. It definitely has been funny, but unfortunately, I've been the punchline. Fucking sucks. To summarize my experience playing Riven, it would be an unadulterated fury of frustration and piss. I felt as though every single matchup is a bad matchup, and the sentiment has not gotten better. What has gotten better, though, is my mechanical skill with her. I generally knew the idea to weave in autos between your Qs before I had even played her, but I was doing that on autopilot and also mistiming it. I still am, but much less than I was in the first 10 games. I've also begun to learn animation cancels, picking the right fights, and not spamming your Q immediately when you use the first activation.
Oh no, you're dead, yeah. Of course, you know that picture where it's like the drawing of the neckbeard pointing backwards with his mouth open? That was you 2 seconds ago.
I've learned better angles for your ultimate, as it is actually really hard to hit opponents who are in melee range without angling it correctly or timing it correctly. I've begun to more consistently hop walls, to even roam to different lanes to get an advantage, how to play back more and farm the wave safely. It's been very rough, but I've been improving a lot in a lot of ways. I even have clips of me outgaming people that I did not previously get in any of the games I was doing.
I flash Q'd his ass.
I'm better. Oh, I'm improving. I'm improving! Out of the 20 games I have so far, I have maybe 3 games where I left with a positive KD. The first few days were so awful I almost gave up on playing League so as to avoid doing the Riven challenge. However, I got so bored getting beat to death in top lane that I tried jungle a few times and even mid for my latest 2 games. The results were mixed, but it was much more fun. The mid games in particular were not only successful, but fun enough that I was motivated to actually play another League game, which hadn't really happened the whole week. Up until my last 5 or so games, I had the general consensus that Riven only came online after 3 items, which in most of my games I wasn't actually getting to.
It didn't go over! Why didn't it go over the wall?
Fucking God, dude.
Yes! Oh, okay. Alright. I got big damage off before I died. Now it's up to my
I
team.
understand that how sometimes League Q takes longer than Battle Rank Q. Like League matchmaking. Why are they just 4-man ganking you top lane?
They ran me down like a fucking dog, dude. Holy shit.
I mean, I don't play. Try hard. That's
I didn't move!
I would get into this loop of death and fighting and death and fighting. I didn't even get to farm anymore. That by the time the game ended, even if it was at 30 minutes, I still didn't actually have 3 items. So I was just getting beat to death.
100 game of Riven. Oh my god.
Look, this wasn't my choice. My couple games in mid, however, did prove to me that given the right matchup and the right timing, Riven can win duels before having 3 items. Riven can dive into a backline and actually have success. And it's ultimately what you choose to do with the timing and the fights. Because if you just go in, obviously it can go any type of way. But if you pick the right fights and you choose when to go in, you can do whatever you need to make it work for you. Even if it's just a quick engage, a quick little skirmish where you get them to half health and you're half health and you back out, you're still going to be better off because you might get them closer to finishing them off with your ultimate.
Towards top now, I guess. Please!
I just want to play with him. He fucking flashed and flagged me. There's a lot of different mind games you can do with Riven, especially because most people aren't going to know what the exact timings of your Qs. So if you are hesitant and you wait on your Q, you can pull out the 2nd or 3rd activation when they think it's already expired, and you get them out of nowhere. You can cancel abilities with the Q knockup or the W stun. There's so many options, especially with Gore Drinker and Death's Dance, because you get so much sustainability that people aren't expecting. I would say that my games are getting better and I'm having more fun, but it's really rough. Riven's one of those champions that if you play them at a base level, below that skill floor, you don't get anything. Let's take Garen for example, right? His skill floor is so low that if you play him very poorly, comparatively, you can still get kills. If you play Riven very poorly, you will not get kills. You will not win fights, you will just get fucked, and you will hate it. It'll be no fun, you'll feel like you have no shot, it's not engaging, and there's not a chance in the world that you can actually come out on top. But the difference is getting through that mindset. And it was really hard for me, and it quite literally didn't happen until today. It was today, the day of recording this, that I realized there is potential with Riven. Her floor is so much higher than other champions. It is not Garen, it is not Darius, it is not Sion. You need to play the game, and you need to lose as Riven to get better. It's hard acknowledging the fact that to play Riven you need to lose games, but you do. I do not believe there is a single person who can pick up Riven and play her well without having played her before. You need to lose games to get better. She is not Garen, she is not Darius, you cannot face roll and do great. But there is a reward there. Because of the fact that her skill ceiling is escalating rapidly on a SpaceX shuttle, you have the ability to get better and something to strive for. You can win duels in bad matchups. Have I done that? No, but I can, and I know I can. And I know that the ability is there if I can just keep getting better and keep working on it. Keep refining my mechanical skill. Keep learning the matchups. Keep diversifying my builds. There is so much potential in Riven that I have not even begun to reach. And I know that you could reach it too. Oh, I'm improving. I'm improving! I will be continuing to update you. I will probably every 20 games or so, maybe 30, as I keep climbing in my games towards the 100th game. I may even post the full 100th game here on this channel, and I may post other videos, but I will be posting a full synopsis of the entirety of the 100 game Riven challenge at the very end of the challenge when I'm done, which I can hopefully get done before the 7th, before I don't have any time to do anything anymore. As always, everybody, if there's anything you want from me, anything you want to say to me, please, down to the comments. As always, civil discourse is always allowed in the comments. I love the First Amendment and the freedom of speech that we are given in this beautiful country, and I will never silence any of you as long as there isn't calls to violence. Just don't be a dick, alright? If you want to interact with me more, I do have a Discord. It is somewhat DBD, or Dead by Daylight centralized, but we do play other games as well in there. Feel free to hop in the Discord. I will link that below. I Twitch stream every single day. That's going to be changing with my schedule, but I'm still doing it up until then, so make sure to come in and say hi sometime if you like what I do and what I say. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content. And, as always, everybody, thank you for visiting the clinic, and I am praying for your recovery. Stay blessed. It's all about how you take what's coming at you. If you just let them smack you in the face with their wiener, you're gonna be getting a wiener full of face, you know what I'm saying? Wait.